Side quest.
I picked a hell of a week to quit drinking.
Critical failure.
Very funny.
Look at this cool t-shirt. It's really cool, buy it. But buy the t-shirt. But buy the t-shirt in the link below. Welcome back, questers. We are absent a Beardbarian again. I'm very sorry about that. But he's got problems. More than just what's in his brain. Welcome back to SideQuest, and this is episode 11. And of course, I'm still joined by the two that actually show up. The savagely beautiful temptress, and of course, slut, Erilyn.
You always lay on the compliments so thick.
I know, right?
Oh yeah.
And we have our resident shadowy figure as well. Joining us again, as always, is the nameless thief, who, changes her name depending on whose identity she's stolen for the week. Say hello to everyone, thief, and introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. My name is Tonka Saw this evening.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh. Here we go.
Great. You brought the Kumite to my fucking show. Thank you. Welcome, Tonka Saw. Thank you for joining us on SideQuest.
Maury.
You're very welcome.
Maury.
Yes.
Is it Jerry? It's
Why
Jerry.
couldn't you bring your partner in crime failure with you?
I think it's best that I come alone, because that amount of awesomeness in one stream would dull your light.
I suppose so. Everybody should worship me on a regular basis, and their lives would be better. So glad nobody's here to overshine me.
Except me.
Well, that's because
In
you're
your
literally
blinkiness.
shiny.
I am very shiny.
Yes,
You're right.
You're literally glowing like a fairy.
Yeah.
I had nothing.
That's the
there.
point.
Yeah. So Tonka has joined the stream, and what's a famous Tonka line? I want to hear the thief do a famous Tonka line. Somebody in the chat, give us a famous Tonka line. Well, at least it isn't JF, says Joys of Sorrow.
Yeah, maybe he's next week.
When's Howard
I couldn't
Stern
do
gonna
that.
join us?
I couldn't do that accent justice.
At least you stole Mundane Matt's identity before he got all that bad press.
Do it again.
Don't say things like that will get us flagged.
I could steal Matt's identity again and give him better press.
There is really no matter what you do as Mundane Matt, it would be an improvement at this point.
Yeah. Casey Beardman says Tonka Thief should say bitch made.
Bitch made.
Berserker
Did I
says
do
Tonka
that
doesn't
correctly?
have famous lines. He would have to get somewhat famous first. Ooh, burn! Burn!
Cruel.
That's fair.
Revid Nanaka says, what's on the agenda? This is SideQuest.
There is no agenda.
What fucking agenda? We literally get on for 2 hours and fuck with each other. That's the show. That's
No, but would
all
you like to
there
hear
is.
my wrestling manifesto, though?
Oh, here we go. You should have a luchador mask right now.
Oh, I don't have it on me. I just, it's an obscure reference to a past, long past.
Although, Thief, you and I could wrestle if you're interested.
Nope,
We'll
no,
talk.
no. Tonka,
Your
Tonka
people.
is taken, Fairy.
Not Tonka, I was talking about the
Can't-
thief.
You can't, she is Tonka today, and you can't do those jokes because Tonka Thief is dating Vamp Candy.
She says hi, by the way. Hi, everyone.
Yes, we do have stories, but we always spend the beginning of the show chatting with our audience and reading super chats and such.
Yeah.
At least until Beardy returns, and then he can take over the beginning retardation. Vladimir Dragonov dropped aside in the chat before the show even started, said we stole a whole crate of marshmallows from the Tumblrites. Good. They don't deserve
Excellent.
marshmallows. Except for
Marshmallows
Peeps.
are
They
all-
can have Peeps. Peeps suck.
They're just marshmallows with extra sugar. How dare you?
No, they're shaped like
Anything
stupid
in marshmallow
birds.
form. Anything in marshmallow form is fantastic.
What about Peeps?
I do have an announcement. Speaking of Peeps, I have been working on a way to allow the magic of Poe to join the show. So everybody, anticipate that. I think we'll just get rid of Beardy altogether and just have Poe. How about that?
I can stomach that replacement. It's not like Beardy had much to add to the show anyway.
Ooh, God damn it, Tonka. Try to start some Kumite on my fucking show. This is not the Kumite. This is fucking side quest. It's a much worse show. James Colley says, is it Colley or Coley? I think it's Colley. Activate all and pull the fairy's wings off. All hail Magog and kick in an extra 5 for the thief's healing. Praise her glory. Well then.
Yes, thank you.
That's not fun. So
Yeah, it
that's
is.
a special attack from everybody, but Beardy's not here. But we'll go ahead and do the thing. Shooby doop doop doop. Break your fucking face.
Gotcha, bitch. You're mine now.
Admit it, you like getting penetrated by me.
Admit it, you like being penetrated by me. Nah.
I bet you do.
Well, the thief is not going
You
to lose
love
any
it.
health points no matter what we say to her, because he threw in an extra 5 for her healing.
Suck it.
So we all have to insult each other right now. So let's just have like a massive argument.
Your mother's cooking is shit, Magog.
My mother is dead. I killed her. Shut up.
Exactly.
Shut up, Tonka, before I come on your stream. No, like literally come on your stream.
How would you even achieve such a feat?
Oh, I'll fucking achieve it. It's magic. There's a fucking fly in here!
Look at the monkey dance.
Shut up. Shut up.
All I was gonna say to start a massive argument was The Last Jedi was a good movie.
What? Shut up, you worn out dildo. I don't want to hear you talk right now. I'm trying to
Worn
insult
out
the thief.
dildo? Worn out dildo? What?
Shut up. Shut up. Like you don't know what a worn out dildo is.
No, because I can actually get people to sleep with me, Magog.
The Last Jedi was a good movie.
Oh, that was a good. that went the health point. That went the health point.
That was a good one.
Just a little
Yeah.
bit.
God.
I'd just like to say, Erilyn, if The Last Jedi was a good movie, then your IQ is obviously at 110.
Ooh.
that a
100
bet?
what? Wait,
Wait.
is that an insult? That's a pretty high IQ.
No, it's an insult. It's an insult because The Last Jedi movie was fucking shit.
It's okay. I don't even really agree with myself. I just thought I would throw something out there. Just like J.J. Abrams did with fucking The Force Awakens. He just thought he'd throw something out there. Like, a complete fucking reboot of A New Hope.
We're not doing the Star Wars thing. I'm sorry. I can't take it.
I stopped.
will kill
I stopped.
you.
I stopped.
I will
I
kill you.
stopped.
I don't have to take this shit from you.
I stopped.
You literally have bullseyes for nipples, so I don't want to fucking hear it. Okay? Shut your mouth, thief.
What about the Hobbit?
What about The Hobbit?
I don't know.
No,
It's another
everybody
nerdy
knows you made a
franchise.
movie, okay? You fucking midget.
Fuck you. I'm not drunk enough yet.
Erilyn, why don't you insult the thief? I have to make sure she doesn't take too many health points away, because she actually gains one back from everything. There. You got nothing, do you?
Not at the moment. It's actually
Just like
pretty
her
sad.
brain capacity.
I know, it's just like a hollow chamber. Like, like it's a dungeon without any fucking treasure at the end.
You don't
We
keep
would
treasure
know.
in the dungeon.
It's just
You
like,
ignorant slut. McGog, that was you.
I've already taken the health points away. Go fuck yourself. I hate you. I hate you all. You're making my
Hate
show
you.
awful. Lord Magog, please grace your humble Magogonites with a dab. The
Oh,
fuck
no.
is a dab?
Like
Take a
that?
napkin and just go.
Yeah,
There you go.
You're used to that, aren't you? Yeah.
No, that's Erilyn.
Yeah, no, you did it professionally. Yeah. It's not mustard, it's not mayonnaise, it's something else.
Who the fuck's cum looks like mustard, Magog?
I'm
Spunk.
talking about those are things you dab off your face.
Oh.
You know,
Mhm.
plus we all know you've blown an orc. And I'm pretty sure their cum looks like mustard. I don't know.
You're pretty sure?
I
you don't know?
I've heard rumors. I don't really know. Some orc out there needs to verify that. Ugh.
Oh, God.
Vladimir Dragonov says, as you can see, the beauty rescue attempt from last week failed. We almost saved him from when Rufus snatched him at the last second. Yes, everybody blame Rufus.
Fuck Rufus.
Hashtag blame Rufus. James Colley says, JF is coming soon. Hide all the mental what is that? Oh, deficits. Hide all the mental deficits of childbearing age. Oh, healing pot for Lord Magog. Thank you. Healing. Is that like a JF particular? I don't know much about JF. I know that he was
he
on the show
is-
with Andy Worski for a while. That's all I
He's
know.
really into potatoes, from what I've heard.
Potatoes.
Potatoes. Mentally retarded potatoes.
Oh, so Hillary Clinton.
Yes. Probably.
Cool. Oh, great.
That
Now,
we're speculating.
now I'm about to get suicided. $50 one says, Magog, please give the thief a stone cold stunner.
I am a stone cold stunner.
Oh, God, she went there. Erilyn, you are lacking all talking. She's dead, isn't she?
Lacking all talking?
Yes, you haven't said anything for entirely 5 minutes, which is unusual.
Well, maybe
You-
I
you
didn't
can't
feel like
shut your mouth.
saying anything.
Erilyn, the one that's not good at improv.
Or anything else that requires intelligence, for that matter.
God damn, stop trying to bring the Kumite, Tonka. God, Stone Cold Stunner. Charles Fowler, willing Magogonite, says always need more Poe. I gotta figure that out. And Gulf City Nicholas Danker says Magog needs a burn cream. Ooh, no, that was a good one when she was all like, at least I can get people to sleep with me, and I had nothing. Vladimir Dragonov says, sadly, I must go save Beardy from Rufus. Good luck. And Vin V says, the Vampiric Rouge is here. Lord Magog, now that Asia Argenta is fired from her job, shall I apply my blade to her throat and end the witch? No, you only make her more powerful if she dies and returns. The best thing to do with a witch is to not believe in them, and then they slowly lose power. Asia Argenta, isn't she the one who started the Me Too thing?
As far as I can tell, yes, that's exactly what happened. But I thought if you didn't believe in... I thought the believing thing was fairies.
No, fairies, you gotta clap.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And they'll also give you the clap.
The clap?
That was a bad joke.
Explain.
I would never applaud for you, Magog.
Wasteland Viking says, that is a man. And Charles Fowler, Willing Magogganite, goes on to say, large healing marshmallow for Erlen. Ooh,
Thank
got a
you so
healing
much.
marshmallow. What is the thing with the marshmallows? Explain that to me, Erlen.
I really like marshmallows. I like a lot. I just really like marshmallows.
Well,
I also like marshmallows.
you
I
don't
think
count,
they're-
Tonka. Shut up.
I just think that they're delicious, especially when you want to feel like you've just eaten a bag of sugar for no reason. Empty calories for the win.
Lord Volkos says, where the fuck is Beardy? He has personal things. It's been happening lately. We can't stop that from happening. We'll try to find somebody to temporarily replace him, maybe, or something. I don't know. Things are weird with Beardy. Okay? So, he's got to take care of some things. So, it makes it impossible for him to join streams and to film and to do all that stuff. All right, Tonka, hit up the Streamlabs so we can move on to our segments.
Alright. Don't rush me. All in good time. From Berserker, Beardy, I gave you a lot of shit, but you're so gay, you're funny, unlike Magog. Speaking of Magog, ladies, Thief and Fairy, I'm sorry that a glance from Magog dries your snatches up faster than when he puts us to sleep with his segment, Health Potion for Beardy. Oops.
Well,
Should
Beardy's
have waited
dead.
until the actual show.
Why do you watch this show if you don't worship me?
Well, because I'm here.
Shut up. Nope.
And then last Streamlabs thus far from, again, Berserker, I found a bejeweled cup thingy from a few deceased Catholics after I fed the children from their cages. I took the cup in some chalice of Judas. Feel free to have it. I also stole a metric ton of marshmallows for the fairy, so I guess fairy gets marshmallows. I don't get marshmallows.
So whenever
I
I
like
want, I
marshmallows,
have
guys.
marshmallows at my disposal. Perfect.
I hope your marshmallows injected with STDs.
I really don't think this can happen, but I mean, I don't know how you would inject. Whatever. We're not gonna worry about the logistics.
Reverend
It's easy.
Naka dropped 5 in the chat and says, apparently Lord Magog needs this. Then sing, Poe! Health regen. Yay. I get health regen. Fuck you. Fuck you. There's plenty of people who worship me. And I don't dry up
apparently-
vaginas, okay? Pussy literally throws itself at me.
Hang on. Vagina! You dry? Yep. The vagina is dry.
You heard it here, folks. Tonk Saw has a vagina.
A sandy one from the sounds of it. Oh, buddy.
$1 one
Dries
says, hail
fucking-
to the thief! I'll give you a health point back. You'll have full health again, you dumbass.
Suck my left nut, bitch.
Someone throw a cat at Magog? What would that do?
Throw pussy at you. That's the joke.
Oh,
Then at least you would get some for once.
We
that's
did
what I have to say to that, you dumbasses.
we did a story on the whole trying to fuck a cat thing. It didn't end well. Remember?
No, I thought that was a goat. It
was a
didn't
cat.
end well for the goat. It was
We've
a cat?
done all of those, and they
There
never
was a-
end well with the animal.
There was the guy that tried to fuck his cat, and he ended up in the hospital. Yeah, the cat wasn't having any of it. So
I bet. I wonder if anyone's ever tried in their lifetime to screw an alligator.
I don't think anyone is brave or stupid or drunk enough, or all three. I don't know.
It doesn't have to be a full-sized alligator.
No. No, I'm sorry. I'm not taking that one. I'm not taking the bait. I ain't doing it. It'll lead into Florida man stories, and I'm not fucking doing it. I guarantee you somebody out there tried to fuck a fucking alligator.
Let's find out.
Berserker 5150 says, Magog, even cats run away from your gaze. Well, Cats are demon creatures, okay? Ugh. Sarah says, not sure if my vagina would throw itself at you, but the beard is sexy. Thank you.
Hey, guess what? Florida man definitely had sex with an alligator.
I fucking knew it!
There's a story about it. It happened.
Fine, read the story.
Okay. All right.
Christopher Kirkland says Trump supports Magog. Well, of course he does. I'm excellent at building magical walls.
Okay.
Mostly
So
to
Snope
keep my
says
feelings deep down buried inside.
Yeah, it's
Snopes.
also what keeps the women from you.
It's
Snope says that it's false, but apparently, I guess there was a rumor going around, and there was news articles around it because I decided to double check that a Florida man was arrested for tranquilizing and raping alligators in the Everglades.
yeah, but
This
I don't
one-
trust Snopes.
This one, Snope says, is false. However, there are quite a few Florida zoo employee killed by attempting to rape an alligator. Florida man caught having sex with an alligator. Florida man arrested for... That's the one Snope says is false. But there are quite a lot. There are quite a lot of stories about raping and having sex with alligators. There's videos on YouTube as
Yeah.
well.
There's videos.
I
Yeah,
don't know if there's a video of the actual act,
I don't.
but I
don't
guess
know.
it happened. I mean,
all I know is that Snopes, when they flag something as false, I don't trust it anymore. They're clearly led by a bunch of ideological retards, you know? Like, sometimes they'll, do, oh god, what was it recently where Snopes was all like, it's completely false that Sweden has a rape problem.
oh no.
And that's because they're trying not to spread the fact that they're literally the rape capital of the world, worse than the Congo now, because of all the migrants coming in and not adjusting well to their society. But they don't want to report on that because it's racism or something. So Snopes jumped on board with this, but it's clearly true because there's thousands of new police reports. It's gone up 400%. in
Alligator rapes? Oh.
Sweden, you know? It's they just all the migrants came in and delivered a massive box of rape, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, all the sluts have kind of migrated to Sweden so they can always get laid no matter what.
Yeah, I even read an article recently that tried to blame the sexual assaults and rape going on in Sweden on Nordic drinking culture. That these migrants are coming in and getting drunk for the first time and don't know how to handle it.
Yay. That's the same argument they make about colleges, but, rape statistics are
Made up.
made up. Yep.
The first time I got drunk, I just puked all over a bunch of clean dishes.
Yay.
That was it.
First time I got drunk, I woke up on my stove with no pants and a traffic cone.
First time I got drunk, I jerked off a candlestick.
See?
Tonka,
They're
you're
fun.
fucking weird. I'm never having you on the show again.
Another Streamlabs from Captain Whiplash. He said, Captain I wish I could talk. Captain Whiplash and Cat and Girlfriend are here after 2 weeks of working Monday nights, and my legions are at full strength.
Yeah, we all know you. It's hard for someone like her to talk. She's used to having a dick in her mouth. Charles
I was just
Fowler,
gonna say that.
willing Magogonites, says, kill them all, Lord, just to give you some quiet time. Arise from the nether realms, demons. Oh shit, it's demons! I didn't think that was gonna work! Run! Run! They're so angry! I have been activated. Die, both of you. Fuck off.
Good. Some quiet time.
Shut up.
Critical for permanent. Okay, dead.
Like, Erlen's so pissed at me for calling her a slut, she didn't even, like, act it out. She was just like, good, quiet time, click. Wasteland Viking says, make more Scar great again. That doesn't have the same ring as MAGA, though. See, you get to, like, shorten MAGA. But, like, MGA? I don't know. James Colley says, Thief, please cut the wings off the fairy and head. Oh, hell, defile them intimately all to death. So the thief has been activated when the thief is resurrected. I'm sorry. So anyway, chat, we all are looking forward to the Beardbarian's return, and so when he does finally come back, once everything is situated, we're going to have a really good time tearing into him, because I've missed him. You know, I think we all have. I think we should all have a drink for Beardy. Raise your glasses. Oh, hail Magog. Yeah, see, this is what I like to see. People worshipping me. Anyway, we are missing a beginning segment, so we're trying to figure that out, because when Beardy's not here, we have no beginning segment. So we just kind of talk with you people. Is that okay? Is that okay that we pay attention to the chat? Mga sounds like you're busting a nut. Yeah, that kind of sounds...
Now walk it off, you're only dead.
Not me, like
Now walk it off, you're only dead.
Yep, that's it. They can be resurrected now. 2 minutes are up. Does it really sound that way for some people? You know? No, not me. No, I turn into Jerry Lewis. That's what happens with me. Wake back up, thief and Erlen.
I've heard some interesting heard some interesting.
I sound like Jerry Lewis because I'm all like, oh yeah, you like that, you hoil my name and void. That's what happens.
I think
I
mine's
can
more.
confirm.
I think.
Oh, pretty lady.
If I were to reenact my ooh noises, it would, I think, be me.
The fuck is that?
My ooh face noises.
Is that like your dick up the ass one? Because it sounded like it hurt. We noticed Carolyn's not sharing hers. She's just like, nope, not joining this conversation.
Wait, don't you know them? The
No.
noises she makes? No, you don't.
I'm all blind and shit. What are you talking about?
You're so blind that you can't hear.
No, I'm not. It's no. The gentleman doesn't kiss and tell.
You're not a gentleman. That's
No.
fucking hilarious, Magog.
Okay, Erlen sounds like this. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. All right. The last time anything happened between us, we were both drunk and it was regretful. But this is what happened. She said, like, this is how she sounds. Okay, I'm gonna mimic it the best I can. Get the fuck off me! So I had imagined that was very pleasurable for her because it was very high pitched and it sounded like I was doing a good job.
You sound like my grandmother when you make that noise, Magog.
Gangbang. What? Your grandmother? The fuck? Oh, pretty lady. Oh. Shut up. I hate you. Erlen, what happened to Erlen? Is she dead?
I'm still here.
I stabbed her in the back
Why do you keep, like, not talking?
with my
I'm
feet.
talking. I'm talking when I need to.
She's collecting evidence on us so that she can use it against us.
Apparently.
I say we kill her.
Definitely.
Stelvin's Forge says, harvested a soul for you, Magog, to feast upon. Good.
Yeah.
All right, we're half an hour in, so who wants to do this segment? I leave it up to you. Rock, paper, scissors.
Nose goes. Oh, fuck. Hang on.
Apparently,
My math
birds
is
of a
annoying.
feather flock together. Birds of a feather flock to vagina.
I'm gonna give this one to Tonka. I'd like to see how he fares.
Okay. Fair enough.
Well,
Whatever.
before we do that, when you were dead, you were actually activated, so you can go ahead and start your segment because you're killing us all.
Alright. Fucking die, bitches.
Bye.
Surprise, bitch. Is that a knife in your back, or are you just happy to see me?
Oh.
You legit. Hi, old lady.
Bye.
These fucking drama queens. I'm gonna start my own show. It's gonna be the Nameless Thief Show. No, I'm gonna work on that name. So, you're probably wondering why I have this golden rose here with me today. Well, you see, I was on a mission earlier this week. Visited this weird castle in this weird foreign speaking place. They spoke foreign there. And, well, I nicked this from a guy. Kept it in a really fucking high up room, so I had to climb the castle, you know, shit like that. And apparently, it's something that's super important to him, not just, economically, because it is solid gold. But it's super important to him, because apparently, the guy, when I say guy, I'm using that loosely. He's actually some sort of fucking hairy-ass, fucking massive... Blech. He's ugly as shit. Anyway, in order for him to regain his good looks, because he's also a prince, he needs this thing, which is, unfortunate for him because I have it now. But, sounds like a him problem. Well, we'll take care of that later. If he comes to get it, we're just gonna have to stab him. With this. Hopefully this works. Anyway, so I have a few stories for you guys this fine evening. Something about a Tennessee man throwing biscuits, another guy with lemons. I think there's also a story, if I'm not mistaken,
Now
a story
walk it
about
off,
nipple
you're only
twisting.
dead.
Yes, all of these men were arrested because they're all
Now
stupid
walk it
ass
off, you're
criminals
only dead.
who don't know how to fucking crime. My demographic is the worst.
God damn it.
Can the thief parkour? The thief can parkour. Thank you very much. I can do cartwheels and shit.
What did I miss?
Absolutely nothing. I just talked about my recent haul.
The Golden Rose?
Yeah,
From the Ugly Beast Man?
yeah.
Yeah, we all know that you stole Jeff Holliday's rose. Move on already.
I'm very proud of this take.
We are resurrected.
Alright. So, I will do my segment, and you will all laugh. That is how this will go. If it doesn't, you know what's coming for you.
Yeah, the Kumite sucks.
So, a Tennessee man was arrested after throwing a biscuit really hard at his ex-girlfriend's face, police say. Now, if you're going to assault somebody,
Wait, what? What did he throw?
a biscuit,
A biscuit?
a biscuit.
That's assault?
Technically, it's battery, I'd say.
It's definitely full of sodium.
It's a carb.
Marilyn! It's assault.
I left that joke open for you guys.
Stop it!
I will take full credit for that joke. Thank you very
That
much.
was bad. Oh my god, that was Beardy level pun.
Oh, yeah. You know me. Always willing to fill in. Was it a Popeye's biscuit? I'm curious because maybe he was trying to choke her.
If you're throwing a Popeye's biscuit, you deserve to go to prison. Because that is a
True.
crime against humanity. Have you ever had a Popeye's biscuit? They're delicious.
What are you talking? The only biscuit that's good from that world, from the Earth world, is one that's covered in gravy.
You could cover them with gravy.
You could cover them with gravy. But I prefer my biscuits from Popeye's with honey.
Yeah.
They're a
Same.
choking hazard, but that's all of the appeal.
How do you eat that without fucking? You have to drink massive amounts of liquid.
Oh, no. I'm an experienced choker.
Should I wear you around my neck?
Oh god.
Let's. Your people will call my people. We'll do lunch at
Okay.
Popeyes.
Oh yeah.
I hate
Anyway.
you all.
No, you don't. Anyway, he allegedly threw a biscuit really hard at his girlfriend's face when he saw her with her new beau, because that's the logical step to take when you get jealous. Am I right? What steps have you guys taken when you've seen former lovers with their current lovers that aren't you?
I don't
Oh
have
god,
former
Erlen?
lovers that they're dead.
They're dead. What about Erilyn? She's not dead.
She's not a former lover. We like to joke, but in reality, nothing has ever happened.
Nope. Not once.
Sure. So all this time you guys have just been cracking jokes.
Yep.
Yep.
That's the show. That's
Exactly.
totally not not planning on paying any kind of child support whatsoever.
Yeah, no, nothing's really going on there anyway. So
What are the odds that he just wanted to start a food fight?
0 to very minimal. But
was it like a biscuit that had been left out? Because I could see that as
an assault biscuit?
like really hurting someone. Yeah, like if you leave a
Yeah, like-
biscuit out for like a day or two.
It's like a rock.
It goes
Yeah.
from regular biscuit to an assault biscuit.
Exactly. And
should've-
I think that
He should have been
What?
fancy about it. He should have made it like into a flail. Like he should have had it on the end of a chain. He should have
Yeah.
worn like a Popeye's chicken box helmet. You know? Come flying in. Yeah! That would have been more of an assault. He just threw it at her. How was
I
this
feel like
assault?
assault biscuits should be banned.
Armalite biscuits are the worst, guys.
They have no use in our modern society. So
would've-
the,
I would have
the AR Popeyes is not very safe and not regulation.
like I would have got one of those like dried out like 5-day-old biscuits at the KFC and like grab one and take it out in the woods and like hit a deer in the face with it.
Would it,
Well,
Fuck,
if you
take
do that-
deer.
it would at least stun it.
What does the National Biscuits Association have to say with this?
Yeah. Are they lobbying
I
fast
think
food
they might be.
restaurants?
Yeah. In the lobbies of fast food restaurants.
They're
You'll be psyched to know that if you do throw an assault biscuit at someone else, you get charged with a fine. This guy had to pay a $3,100 bond to get out.
$3,000 for throwing a biscuit at somebody.
And
What?
no, it was an assault biscuit.
An assault, but either way, like what communist state does he live in?
Yeah.
If
Tennessee.
you throw a biscuit at somebody in Venezuela, it's because you're a charitable person and you're sharing your food.
yeah. If you throw a biscuit at school, you're just starting a food fight and you get suspended. I don't understand where this changes things.
Well, I guess in Tennessee, throwing an assault biscuit is a capital crime.
Miss Murder throws a sign in the chat, says, Lord Magog, please quick attack the fairy for that awful pun.
Rude.
Shooby-doop-doop-doop.
Is it though? I feel like you
Break your
deserted.
fucking face.
No, just go.
You did not. You did not try to go there. Yeah, screw you.
She tried, and then she didn't go all the way.
I didn't go all the way.
It's like me during my first time. I tried, but I couldn't go all the way with it.
Was it anal?
Yes. Well, Erilyn, I'm happy that as far as your quick attack assault. I'm really happy you finally gave up the old nickname you had, which was Miss Pity Prom Sex. I'm really glad that you were able to finally live that one down. Biscuits with sausage gravy for Magog. I have healed myself with that biscuits and gravy. Thank you very much. Pity
Magog.
Prom Sex.
You know why it was Pity Prom Sex? Because I tried to help you out, and then you made the nickname.
I'm not. You know good well I never went to prom.
We went together! We went to school together, Magog. You know this.
Like, for some reason, you're the only person that I know personally who knows what the roof in the back seat of an old Buick looks like. James Coley says, "Oh Lord Magog, please give them the D." Okay, we're gonna give them the D. Yeah.
That D isn't nearly long enough to reach my
Nope,
anything
there it is.
G spot relevant.
There it is, the D. The D. Arise from the nether realms, demons. Oh shit, it's demons. I didn't think that was gonna work. Run! Run! They're so angry. They're so angry. Look at my shiny balls. You're both fucking dead.
Oh no. Whatever will I do?
You really have to work on your performances tonight.
Jeez, I've just been killed by a man whose balls are on chains. Woe
This
is
hot.
me.
I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. We're never gonna get through a segment if you guys keep activating my decimator. These things are. Ow! Fuck! These things are dangerous. Clanking. Is that the clanking loud? Balls deep, motherfucker. I'm gonna put that in my lap. They have porn in Morscar. We have wenches. Ball Chanian. And they have spikes. Yep. Poor slut never gets put to work these days. Hashtag give a sword a whirl. Break shit. Charles Fowler, Willing Magogonite, says, multiple healing marshmallow peeps for the fairy. Well, I'll put her back at full health when she returns, instead of half health. When we return from the dead, we return to half health. It's the way it works. Those are some spiky balls. Stop playing with your balls, now here come all the balls jokes. Wrench me, Magog. Hey, fuck's sake. I've got to do a thing now. There. Oh, wench me. Imagine Magog flailing around with that flail, trying
Now
way
walk
too
it
hard
off.
to
You're
look
only
intimidating.
dead.
I could look very intimidating with this. You'd shit your pants if someone came at you with this. What are you talking about? I'm gonna put that down. It's gonna hurt me.
Now walk it off. You're only dead.
Alright, they can be resurrected now, and we can get back to the thief's gay-ass fucking segment.
So, Magog, the more you jangle your balls, your tiny balls, on camera in front of everyone in this live stream, the more I'm worried that we're gonna get demonetized.
That's not something you need to concern yourself about, because this is magic. Okay?
Okay.
Alright? The big tech companies cannot stop the rise of Magog as Dark Overlord.
No, but erectile dysfunction can.
I'm not pulling
And-
the balls out again.
And
You don't
thank
have
you, Charles Fowler, for the healing stuff. You're the best.
Yep. You are at full health because of the marshmallows. First
Where
it
are my
was Blinky
marshmallows?
Nips. Now it's Clinky Balls.
Well, as
Jason.
long as we can't get off Blinky Nips, let's move on to Clinky Balls.
I don't think your balls are supposed to clink, but that's just me.
Little metal things that go over your balls, so when you're walking, they just go clink, 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 clink.
Wouldn't that
Jingle
hurt?
balls, jingle ball.
I don't know if it would hurt per se. What if you added cushioning inside, but it just still made the metal noise?
Why are we talking about this?
My God, quick, smash your balls together, see what happens.
We spent like half an episode talking about the logistics of Blinky Nips. I feel like we can talk about Clanky Balls for a little bit.
Just a little bit.
I still get tweets about Blinky Nips. Let's move on.
Thomas Coulter says a healing charm for Magog. I'm going to heal myself now. Yay.
Yay.
Alright.
So, we were just talking about balls. Let's talk about nipples next. In this story, Florida man arrested for twisting 2-year-old boy's nipples off.
Off?
Off. Completely. Removed from his torso.
Twisting his nipples off?
An inappropriate game of titty twister has led to tragedy in Newport Richey, Florida. 28-year-old Thomas Matheson was arrested Tuesday night after twisting a 2-year-old boy's nipples so hard they actually came off.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I just,
Oh, God.
why didn't you lead with that story?
Because I have to build up to the release.
What? Okay. How old was this guy?
The guy was 28. The kid was 2.
What?
Yeah.
The fuck is going on in Florida?
Titty twister. That's what's going on. You ever played that game?
No.
I have. It's not as enjoyable as it should be.
Every time someone tried to initiate a game of Titty Twister with me, I initiated my own game called Stabby Stabby Fun Time.
People would try, but typically I wear a bra, like most women. So it's really hard to get at if you're, like, good luck, buddy, on that one.
If the child is 2, he doesn't even know what game he's playing. This guy just literally wants to twist people's fucking nipples off.
True.
This is the weirdest Bond villain ever.
I'm wondering how they came off. Was it just the areola, or was it just like the nipple portion?
He
Or
twisted
like,
his nipples off.
did it fully come off, or was it like a partial? Because it was both nipples, but we don't know how much of the nipple came off.
Can you replace, is there even
No.
any help for that? Like,
He cannot. Doctors say it's unlikely the nipples will ever grow back. So I don't think you can put them back on, nor do I think that you can get them to come back at all. Because
they do it with breast implants all the time? They cut
No,
under the nipple?
as far as I know, when women get their
Vasectomy.
boobs removed. Is it?
Twisted his fucking nipples off.
Yeah,
That
nipples
ain't
don't
gotta
grow
be
back.
the most painful fucking thing.
Yeah. Aside from getting your dick bit off by a headless woman giving you head on the road.
That too. That
Throwback.
sounds pretty fucking terrible.
Exploding nips.
Somebody's nipples exploded.
Yeah, that happens sometimes when you have a kid, Magog. Did you know that?
Could
Rippy
you
nips.
imagine, Could you imagine being at like a therapy session And this therapist is used to dealing with people who are like touched by their bad uncle, right? You know, and then this guy comes in and the therapist think he's heard it all, right? He's like, my uncle used to come into my bedroom at night, my daddy used to touch me inappropriately. He's heard it all. And then this poor guy sits down, he's all grown up now, and he's dealing with some life problems. And the therapist starts talking to him. What was your childhood like? Well, let me tell you about my childhood.
I'm sorry. I'm going to put in my vote for Rippy Nips. I feel like that's much better.
Rippy Nips.
Rippy Nips.
Rippy Nips.
Rippy Nips.
Rippy Nips, Blinky Nips, Clanky Balls, and Splody Dicks.
Like,
What?
Someone needs to
else
make
is
that
there?
song.
Yeah, somebody make a song of just all of our ridiculousness. What's that? Who would top the charts? I
Nip
think.
on, nip off.
I really hate everything that you all stand for.
Rip into them.
Like that therapist probably left the office that evening and went home, you know? And then like he's had a long day, he just heard this horrible story about a man when he was younger had his nipples ripped off by a 28-year-old pedophile, right? Anyway, he starts, you know, he eats dinner with his wife, you know, and they go to bed. She starts, you know, initiating some love time, and he's not thinking anything, you know, too bad, you know. He's like, oh, maybe this will make me feel better after the horrible story I heard today. Then he starts fucking his wife, right? He's like banging his wife, and then she's all like, pinch my nipples. And guess
go.
what happens? That therapist just,
Yeah.
It's like pushing rope.
it just ends up like being a horrible experience. So this story literally ruins a lot of lives, not just that poor child.
Everyone's lives changed for the worse.
Yes.
Oh my god, before I read the 3 Streamlabs that I have a question for you.
Sure.
What do you call a cheap circumcision?
Oh God, what?
A rip-off.
I hate you. Fuck. Ow.
Thank you, Chain Reaction, for your donation. 1 health potion for Thief and Fairy each. Also, a good thing there are gutters. Otherwise, your guys' minds would have nowhere to live.
Well,
You're not wrong.
not wrong at all.
Woo, Berserker, thank you for the marshmallow for the Thief and the Fairy. Oh, thank you.
You're all healed fully.
And then one last Streamless from Berserker again. Magog is cucked by the Thief. His fairy belongs to the Thief now, and all he can do is watch.
That's all I want to do.
A lot of people would like to watch.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Rip up.
Fuck. She fucking oinks when she laughs so hard.
Would it be a dicky twister?
Oh no, stop.
That was actually in Cosmo where they said to like take your guy's junk and rub it in different directions.
And just go.
Like give him an Indian burn.
That's an Indian bird. No.
They later retracted it, like some fucking issues later. But
Wonder-
apparently, that was the thing.
How many hospital visits were a direct result of that Cosmo article, you think?
Probably a lot. I haven't read of any though.
Can you just imagine that where it's like some girls making out with a guy and things start getting heavy and he pulls down his pants and you know something looks a little funny. She's like, "What happened to you?" And he's all like, "Oh, when I was a little kid, my doctor botched my circumcision." And then she goes, "What a ripoff." God, I hate you. Blow my fucking brains out.
Don't let me stop you.
Dragon Ace 1992 says, Erilyn, your eyes gleam with sorrow. Here's some love. Activate her ultimate ability. Kill us all.
It's so cute how they squirm.
Yeah, take it all.
Fuck you.
Alright, I think it's up the street for permanence.
Well, hello. I decided you guys can always take these 2 minutes to ask me for terrible relationship advice. But since none of you have asked me anything as of yet, I have quite a few stockpiled, as it were, for situations like this. So, let's have at it. And of course, feel free to send me any of your burning questions. I'm always here for you. So, one of my favorites comes from Satan and Satire, because I'm really good at this. When the drugs you use to date rape your girlfriends are way too strong and they end up dying, what's the best way to get rid of the bodies? Well, I would say the best thing to do is hide them in plain sight like I do, whether it's, a human skull like this, and you can just do nice little carvings. And I have these all over, my fairy tree. And you might have recognized this one we've made out. And it just kind of looks like a cheap Halloween decoration. Or alternatively, you could just you could just turn them into bowls or mugs, and skin's really useful for a lot of things. And you hide them in plain sight, and no one really ever notices. No one's really asked a lot of questions about this guy. So, his name was Paul. Anyway, there are some in the chat, so let's move on to those. Should I let my girlfriend out of the basement? It's starting to smell weird down there. Well, smell weird, but I'm picking up what you're laying down. I would say if they start to smell weird, first hose them down. See if maybe it's just that time of the month. And if not, if the skin comes off from the body, typically they're dead and it's time for a new one. Now, if you want advice on how to get a new one, of course, I will be there for you if you have any questions. There are still questions.
Did you just accidentally crack it puts the lotion on its skin or gets the hose again?
I did not. I think I accidentally.
You were like, hose the girlfriend down first. And I'm
you never
like,
know.
I'm sitting here like waking up from death going, did she really just pull the Silence of the Lambs?
Yes, she did.
Girls can get pretty stinky, if they don't wash their, stuff.
Yeah, believe it or not, we do fart.
Hey, Erilyn, how can you tell when somebody likes you? From Casey Beardman. Typically, it's when they kind of hop on your crotch is when it's most obvious. But, it depends on the girl. Some girls are not that straightforward, and I would say assume everybody likes you and take them from behind anyway.
Bitches love surprise butt sex.
Exactly.
If you bump Fuzzies and she actually comes back the next day, most likely she's at least semi-not annoyed with you. Unless, of course, she's Mattress Girl and, continually calls you a rapist while still wanting you to date her.
Give me that dick. But
if she has a rape fantasy, she'll be all there for you. Yeah, definitely. So I'm just
saying, if the bitch starts carrying around a mattress, she doesn't like you anymore.
Yeah.
You don't need that kind of negativity in your life.
I have quite a few of these. I will answer the last one, and I'll answer the next ones next time I'm by myself. But I'll end with Yeknamo. Is an assault biscuit a good tool for foreplay? Again, this kind of depends on the particular individual. If they're into choking, give them a dry biscuit from Popeyes. and just no drink.
Popeyes is never gonna give us a sponsorship.
If they're
Can't
into
confirm this works.
if they're into donkey punches, just throw one at the back of their fucking head. Don't do it in public though, you'll get arrested apparently.
And if they're looking for an abortion, just chuck one at their stomach. Simple as that.
Yeah, like if you fucked up really hard, just throw one at their stomach, and it's got to be 2 days old at least. But like I said, I will save the rest of these. And
Abortions in Morskar are just called stairs.
yeah,
No. This is my special wibbly wobbly abortion salvi.
Oh man. This is
See, it's wibbly wobbly. This has been up many a snatch.
we only have an hour to go, folks. Hold on. Are you done with your segment? Can we move on to Erlen's?
If you want to. I don't think I have anything that can beat nipple twisting.
Nope. That's probably the top of the show right there. That was the peak. Somebody twisted his fucking nipples off. Jesus Christ. You know what's weirder about that story is somewhere in the world, that's somebody's thing.
Getting their
That's
nipples
somebody's
twisted
fetish.
off. Yeah. Not mine.
probably, yeah. There's a fetish for everything.
Master of snatch and grab. Well.
So many questions from you guys. I'm gonna just save these, and yeah, like I said, next time I'm by myself. I'm here for
Everybody
you
look
guys.
forward to the new Rockstar game, Grand Theft Nipple. I hate everything.
Hold on to your nipples, kids. We're going in for a rough ride.
I hope that guy who ripped that kid's nipples off ends up going to the Jurassic Park and gets eaten by a T-Rex while sitting on a toilet.
Instant karma.
All right, Erlen, it's time for sexy, fucked up stories. Try to beat nipple rips. Was it rippy nipples?
Rippy nips.
Rippy nips. That's what we kept. Was rippy nips. I like that one. And I did save your guys' questions all in time. Look at me go. Anyway, so I'll start with this one. As it were, I was talking to an EMT I dated briefly to get horror stories to get off on. I mentioned him earlier. His name was coincidentally also Paul, but may or may not be this Paul. I'm not going to incriminate myself, but it's a common name.
Yeah, stop providing evidence to the police on my show.
I carved it. It looks like something you'd pick up at a craft store. Anyway, he told me the best stories, like the man who was getting high on the date rape drug, GHB, speaking of date rape drugs, with his partner. Which, how pathetic do you have to be to date rape yourselves? Just go to a bar and leave your drink unattended. And if you're like me, you've been drinking long enough to where you're immune to it. I don't know. Depends on the person. He thought it'd be a great idea to stick an entire 15 peeled hard-boiled eggs, because we all know that only fucking animals would put unpeeled hard-boiled eggs.
Yeah, fucking savages.
Up their anuses. Which it begs the question, like, why 15? That's an odd number. Why not go for, like, the whole 24? Just go for gold. Was it a chicken fetish? I'm sure that's a fucking thing.
Baker's double dozen.
Was he planning on, like, popping them out and, like, that's it? Like, that was the fucking plan? Like, he's got a thing for chickens? Is that a thing?
So
I don't know.
he shoved 15 boiled eggs up his ass. What happened to him?
Somebody Google it. Is there a chicken fetish? He ended up in the hospital with excruciating pain due to a torn intestinal wall. They had to cut his intestines completely open to get all of them out, which I imagine was a very interesting scene. Which makes me wonder, who came first, the man or the egg?
Probably not the guy. He had severe internal intestinal bleeding. Which you can also achieve with this handy dandy saber.
I just want to cover the full spectrum of what's happened on this show since it started. Blinky nips, exploding dicks, rippy nips, and now anus eggs. Have I about covered?
Yeah.
You know, anal eggs are an actual thing, right?
Anal?
Usually they don't crack as easy, but they're a thing.
Somebody said keep it as GTA as just as Grand Theft Areola. God damn it. I wish I didn't see that. I wish I scrolled past that one.
Kill yourself.
That leads me to a very special piece of advice from a friend. Well, I wouldn't call him friend. A frenemy. The orc named Brockus once gave a very special piece of advice. I can't remember if it was on Twitter or in a comment section or something. But I think it's a very, very good lesson. Do not yank anal beads out of your anus like you're starting a lawnmower.
I have definitely heard of that.
That is something you should
Explain why not, Magog, please, for the people in the back who are unexperienced.
This is Brockus's thing. You'll have to ask him. But
I want to know.
Imagine a guy like behind a woman. And the last bead is hanging out. And he just goes.
Made the noises and everything, like.
You know what happens? Because I actually do this. Do know this. You get a prolapsed anus. Basically, your butthole comes out of your butthole.
Yes, the walls fall
Did
out.
you say you do know this?
No, I do know what happens when this happens.
So Tonkasaw knows what it's like to experience a prolapsed anus.
I really ripped her a new one.
Oh, you cheeky bastard.
Think Marco's ever gonna watch this for real though?
Somebody out there's gonna try that now. They're gonna have anal beads in, and their husband's gonna be behind them, and the girl's just gonna be like, "Start me, daddy." She starts pushing her nipples like it's the gas primer. Like 3 pumps.
This is the clutch. This is the choke. Rev me up.
I want to thank Trees with Guns for that joke. He typed in "Start me up, daddy." He pulled it out really fast, and then she started going.
When you're putting them in, do you get the beep, beep, beep from backing into something, do you think?
Oh, man.
Lawnmower beads, now available on SideQuest.com. I'm joking, we don't even have a website.
We should just sell sex toys. Screw fucking t-shirts. Sex toys all the way.
Ones that make your dick explode. Ones that rip your nipples off. And ones that turn your asshole into a lawnmower. We're magical. We could make it happen. Just imagine mowing your lawn with your wife's legs up in the air. And just like that.
That's called a wheelbarrow.
Like, if she's upset enough, she'll bite the grass.
Jesus Christ. Stop it.
No.
Ignite my engine, fatherly figure, cynical garbage.
Well,
He brings
I
a
don't know
whole
where
new
to go
meaning.
from that, but okay.
Hang on. Hey, I got one last joke. I got one last one. It brings a whole new meaning to the words "turn me on."
I see what you did there.
Oh man. No.
Alright, we'll move on with some terrible dating stories,
We
because
can't move on from this.
Nope.
we can't move on from a lot of things like Blinky Nips and, whatever the fuck
Lawn
else we
beads.
made up as lore for some reason.
Welcome to Side Quest lore.
Lore. We use that as loose as Tonka Sauce asshole.
Oh wait, hang on. I got another one. Grass rape.
Grass rape.
Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness me.
No. No. Oh man. Okay, go ahead, Erilyn. I think we're done.
Okay. Well, as I will continue onward.
Try your best to beat eggs in the ass, lawnmower pussy jokes, and
No, it wasn't pussy. It was not pussy.
whatever.
Well,
ass
the
jokes.
rest of these are just terrible humans I've tried to fucking date. So I was with a guy after a decent date, and it of course ended in the best part of dating: murder, sex, sex. He was on top, and at first I thought he was sweating, which is totally fine. I appreciate the enthusiasm. Exactly. It sounded something like that. But when I looked up,
Everybody dab, 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 dab. Go ahead.
he was crying. He said, "Oh my God, I'm in love with you."
What?
Which, obviously, I don't deal with emotion very well, if most of you haven't fucking noticed. My nipples immediately shut off along with my wings, and I said, "Oh, I think I forgot to hide that dead pixie I had hanging." And I ran out of there, still putting on my clothes, which is hard with the wings, if you can imagine. While he was desperately shouting, "Our origins are compatible. We're meant to be together, even in the heavens." Presumably the whole dead pixie thing didn't give him the idea that I wasn't planning on being anywhere near the heavens. More like Satan's queen. For those of you that don't know, that's my Twitter name. That's the joke.
So how
So
did this end in
funny.
murder?
It didn't end in murder. It ended in sex.
Oh,
The
but
joke
that's
is
because he
different.
said he loved you.
Yeah. Definitely not the best.
Guys never do that to a hooker. I mean, a fairy.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Erilyn is such a slut. Oh my God, I've never heard that before. Oh, what a funny joke.
I didn't say slut, I said hooker.
Well, at least I'd get paid more than you.
Well, damn right.
Presumably because I'm actually good in bed.
Have you ever heard it in French though, Erilyn? Just
Have
curious.
I ever what?
Been called a slut in French though?
I'm sure of it, yes. There are a lot of people on the internet from all corners of the world. So we all know the earth is flat.
Titty wrangler.
What?
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 I heard titty wrangler, which just makes me feel like a bra made out of Wrangler jeans. We would call it the titty wrangler. I don't know.
Denim.
Denim.
No.
Dun,
Don't do it.
Speaking of plumbing,
Don't do it.
Do. Oh yeah, that is classic comedy. Mario jokes and sex jokes.
in the same sentence. We were just talking about plumbing.
Indeed. We were talking about plumbing. You are absolutely correct, my dear Togasa.
So what do you take away from that story?
What do I take away from that story? Absolutely to never see that person ever again.
Yeah, I mean, like, what advice do you give the others?
Steal his nipples and run.
That.
Run, fool, run!
Or if somebody says to you they love you, just fucking distance yourself forever and act like it never fucking happened.
Yep,
That's
gotta
not
put
right.
those walls up and make Mexico pay for them.
Exactly.
Yes.
Except for Mexico in this case is the other person's emotions. Because apparently those exist for some fucking reason. I don't know why humans were equipped with that.
Yeah,
Stupid.
damn feelings.
Oh yeah. So dumb.
Oh, hush, Magog, you feel things.
I feel like punching
Sadness, at rejection, constant rejection.
you. Well, yeah, that's life.
No, I mean, you're being constantly rejected.
Yeah, it's life.
That's your life, not mine.
I doubt that, Tonka.
You know, if I just get rejected, I find another way in.
Yeah, of course.
Sure.
And
There's
she's
always a
here-
back door somewhere.
I'm a backdoor man. Jim Adams says, take my money already. Thank you.
I appreciate that.
Junk Bob says, my Lord Magog, can you declare the 25th of August to be a national holiday in honor of the newest American hero, the brain tumor? Ooh.
Yes. Wow.
I thought we would go the whole show without a John McCain joke.
But here we are.
But here we are. Like, can cancer win a Nobel Prize? I don't know. Matt Collins says, all worship the fairy queen. She is the sexiest.
Why, thank you.
I resent that.
She's also, that was also $15, so guess what?
It's so cute how they squirm.
Yeah, take it all.
You know what? I'm not gonna take it up. I don't care what your little animation says. I'm not gonna take it up.
You always do. Bye.
Do you think I could fit this sword down my boobs? Hang on.
Close enough to your heart.
Ugh.
Why, hello, everyone. Yet again, I am by myself. Despite the fact that most of you hate me. So, moving on with Ask Erilyn. I saved all your previous questions so that I can try to answer them all in a timely fucking manner. It's not really gonna work. So I'll probably have some for next stream, so tune in. Goodness gracious. Barfa the Hook should I kill myself and die alone or just regular die alone? I would say to save yourself, how many years has it been for me? 125 roughly years of being alone. Just end it now. You might as well. I try to, but my God keeps bringing me back for some fuck-ass reason. And, here I am on this show. Congrats. All right. Berserk shirt bear. How do I deal with a stalker? Now this one is so simple. I get so many of these. What you do is you go for a walk and then you fucking just slowly, like, you just keep kind of going in circles. And then as you, like, if you can, take out your fucking, like, camera and look behind you with it and just see their face getting more and more fucking annoyed as you keep walking around the block. And just do that all fucking day for a day, and I guarantee you they'll probably leave you alone. Because they probably think
Now
that you
walk
are
it
crazier
off,
than
you're
they
only
are. Because for
dead.
some reason, stalkers always have this idea
Now
that
walk
they are
it
way
off, you're
sneakier than
only
they
dead.
actually are, even though they're like literally creeping behind you, like and breathing heavily because that's what stalkers do. Link, Hero of Time, which I love your name, says how to deal with a stalker. Tell them you love them. That's very true, because as we have established, telling someone you love them is a very weird, fucked up thing to do, especially when you first met them. Don't do that. That's right, Magog.
And we have returned. Or at least I have.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm going to answer one more question, because this one is important. Lewis Sparks, isn't that a novelist that talks about white people kissing? Anyway, the mind boggles, my dear fairy. What question is worthy? Any and all, and you may direct them either in the chat, and I'll try to catch the ones I can, or you can DM me, or you may at me. Do whatever you like. It depends on how much shame you have, if you at me or if you DM me. We will see. Ask me your burning questions, and I am here for you in the 2 minutes allotted to me.
You burning hunk of love.
Oh, yeah.
Burning hunk of love. Burning hunk of love.
Yeah. I have a few Streamlabs to knock out of the park,
Do
if
it.
that's all right. All right. Berserker, thank you for the donation. Why does Magog look at an entire Southside Chicago gang come into his eyes and left black marks on his mouth and eyes? I like how that rhymed. That just made me so happy.
Ask your wife.
Ooh. Ooh. Anyway, drugs, money, diabetes. Thank you for the donation. Beardy, Bard time is canceled since it seems like you can't make it to your own funeral. I honor Twitch presence today. I want to be the very best, like no one ever was, to catch them in my real test, to train them in my cause. I will travel across the land. Is that a reference to something? I don't know. I don't know what that means.
Pokemon?
Never heard of it.
Pokemon?
Pokemon?
I don't
Isn't
know.
I've
poke
Pokemen
Korean
before.
food? Poke, whatever.
God, I miss cocaine.
And then, final donation from Berserker. Thank you, Berserker. Start me up, Daddy Fair, with your blinky nips and my clinky balls right before my splooty dick goes off.
That being said, Magog, you don't have to miss cocaine if you never stop doing it.
It's very true, but I lost my Colombian contact.
That's a shame. That's a damn shame.
His name was Paco. Oh, do you have any more stories, Erlen? Because I think we're done with super chats.
I do. I have exactly one more. So, look at that. It's almost as if I had timed this perfectly beforehand. Oh, no way.
Wait, no, I missed one.
How dare you?
I had a super chat, $5 from Marley Winters, but didn't say anything. And then James Coley said, Rippy Nips now in nacho cheese and Cool Ranch flavors.
I like Cool Ranch.
That does sound kind of like a chip brand, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Rippy Nips. Get them today at your local, whatever, convenience store.
What about sea salt and vinegar Blinky Nips?
I'm partial to barbecue.
We went over that story. The kebab nips.
Ooh.
No, well, with the nipples. God, people getting their nipples ripped off and their dicks are exploding.
The
God,
world
did you
is
ever-
a cruel place.
Would you ever pierce your nipples?
Who says I already have?
Well, I'm just wondering because you seem a little bit sensitive in the nipple area.
Well,
Is it because your
I
tits
think
are
it's
bigger than
fairly
mine?
normal to not want your nipples ripped off. Call me crazy.
Agree to disagree. I've known a few people in my time who have been okay with that.
TJ Fister says, how baked is the fairy?
Not at all. The fairy is very exhausted, as I've said in the chat. I'm moving across country, so
Yes, she's moving out of Avendoom.
yep.
Come and see me in the barn.
Actually,
Really?
Magog, I could see you with the belly button piercing.
I couldn't
fuck was
because
that?
his belly kind of rolls over, so it would hide
I
itself.
don't even
in the
care
tub.
if that's a thing. Like, that's stupid.
You should get your belly button pierced. I'll do it with you. We'll be twinning. My stomach also
I don't think
rolls
men
over.
do that. Or at least straight men do.
You don't have to tell anyone.
No one cares if a man does that. They want to see what. I don't even know how it's popular.
I'm
amongst
moving
men.
close to you. Magog, I'm moving close to
I
you.
know
We
you're
have to
moving to Morscar. I get it, but that doesn't
We-
mean we're getting matching
we have
navel
to-
piercings.
Please, my
about-
stomach rolls over as well, and so we would both be able to hide them pretty easily.
Then what's
What
the
about
point?
matching toe rings?
Matching toe rings.
Matching pierced clavicles?
We'll both get our we'll both get our dicks pierced.
Yeah, I'll find someone else's dick, bring it in, and see if they'll pierce it.
Taint piercing!
It'll be a good time. Taint piercing, I feel like, is asking for trouble.
Oh god, can we go back to talking about anal beads being ripped out like a lawnmower? Oh.
Wait, you don't want a third asshole?
You'd make a lot more money as a hooker that way. You might surpass me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just a
Plenty
Oh.
of street corners.
I'll move on with one of my favorite date stories.
Bait?
Date.
Oh.
Great.
Why would it be? What? Anyway, yes, I like to tell stories about myself masturbating. Sure. Why not? Nothing matters anymore. So, as it's been stated, when I get bored,
She died.
Oh, shit.
Yep. It happens. It had nothing to do with me casting a spell.
Nothing to do with me stabbing her. As you can see, I'm busy picking my teeth.
You'll quit giving your sword a blowjob.
It's not nearly deep enough in there for it to constitute as a blowjob, Magog. You would know this if you'd ever gotten one.
Is that the best you can do? Seriously. That's the extent of your joke vocabulary, is to make fun of somebody's supposed non-existent sex life, even though you have no idea what I get up to in my wizard tower and dungeon.
Presumably nothing with that erectile dysfunction.
Once again, you're baffling my
needed
mind
to keep
with your
women.
wittiness.
What?
What?
You totally, like, froze. Nobody could hear what you were saying.
Yep, nope.
Am I fine now?
Yep,
You
you're
good
fine
now?
now. Now we
Damn.
can hear you.
Well, you guys could have just kept me going anyway, because it wouldn't have mattered. No one listens.
Why would we? You're a woman.
So are you. Wait.
No, today I'm talking soft.
I don't know what a thief is anymore anyway. So,
You see this? This is my peen.
anyway, should I just start from the beginning?
If you please.
Go ahead.
Certainly. So, as has been stated before, I like to go on dates with just boring little human beings. I think they're very interesting. And on my Tinder profile, I crop out my wings, so it's always interesting when I kind of show up with them and leave fairy dust everywhere, and everyone knows what they've seen. But no one wants to admit it. So, well, as it goes on the internet, as you guys are, as is evident in the chat, there are quite a few interesting characters. I met one man who I talked with for a little while online, and I thought I was in for some fun. Little did I know, it was a different kind of fun. During our date, he brought up how he didn't believe in domestic violence as a charge because it's needed to keep women in place. As if he didn't see that I was a fucking fairy.
A man after my
so-
own loins.
I put him in his place on my mantle. And they do always say it's the hunt that makes dating so fun. Coincidentally, his name was Paul.
How many Pauls? Is Paul just like
I
a
like the
douchebag name?
I like the name Paul.
Yeah.
I do.
Did that actually happen? Some guy was literally like,
Oh yeah.
domestic violence
happened.
shouldn't be a charge? Like, that's...
Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, then murder should be on the table too. Haha.
Yeah. See? And it was, and now it's on my table.
Eh?
What if I kill
I love it
somebody,
when you
but it's because
stroke
they vexed me? Well, that's illegal. Why? They vexed me.
I do love it when you stroke that skull, Erilyn.
Ah.
Let's try not to do that again.
I do it for you, BB. So people say on the internet, BB, right?
Yeah, baby.
Vladimir Dragunov dropped 2 in the
Baby.
chat, but he didn't say anything, but thank you.
Baby.
And then, that is it. I think we're going to move on to the final segment, the grind.
No one is excited.
How would we like to start the grind? How about cocaine? I miss it.
I'm so sorry.
Yes. Pineapples filled with 67 kilos of cocaine were seized at a market in Madrid, Spain.
Those are some naughty pineapples.
Now we can have a proper argument on whether or not pineapples should go on pizza. Now, I personally am not a fan of pineapple on pizza, but cocaine pineapple. I'd be
Yeah.
willing to
That
try
could be
that.
interesting.
According to this, cocaine with a street value of about 235,000 euro has been found hidden inside fresh pineapples by the Spanish police.
If they're full of cocaine, are they really fresh?
The 148-pound haul was seized at Madrid's main wholesale fruit and vegetable market. Cylinders of the narcotic were neatly slotted into the hollowed-out fruit skin and covered in a yellow wax to look like pineapple flesh. That's actually really clever.
That is.
So, like, when you pull these pineapples open, there's like a yellow flesh inside of it. And everybody thought, hey, you know, those are the... It just looks like pineapple, but you cut into it. It's cocaine. Police said that the wax was also used to conceal odors of the chemical products which the drug contains to avoid detection by dogs. Officers described the pineapple as perfectly hollowed out and stuffed with compact cylinders, with each fruit containing 800 to 1,000 grams of cocaine. That is ingenuity.
Does the cocaine taste like pineapples now, though?
I don't think it was actually mixed with the fruit. You gotta think they just have the shell of the fruit.
But it was marinating in there for a while, so probably
Yeah, but it was inside
got
of
that
it
smell.
was inside of a cylinder covered in wax. So I doubt anything got to the cocaine. But if cocaine tasted like pineapple, I think it would be more marketable to children.
Mm-hmm.
Here's an interesting one. A block party advertised at Ranchero Bernardo sex offender's home. Apparently there's a San Diego neighborhood called Rancho Bernardo. A sign advertising a block party at the home of a registered sex offender is causing a concern in Rancho Bernardo. We would like to invite you and your kids to a neighborhood get-together.
Specifically the kids, though, because why not?
That's what the sign read, which was posted outside a home on Bernardo Oaks Drive in the Seven Oaks retirement neighborhood this week. I always keep an eye on that house because I know there's a registered sex offender that lives there, said Susan Sutherland. She told 10 News she looked up her community on the Megan's Law website 4 years ago and found a listing for a neighbor who had been convicted of lewd acts on a child under 14. I come from a background of abuse. I can't live with myself if I allow a child to get hurt. I can't live with that, Sutherland said.
That's fair.
The sign was posted by the contractor who recently renovated the home, which is owned by the man's mother. 10 News reached out to Elor Energy, which said it had no prior knowledge of the man's past. The company canceled the event and removed the sign. Yup. Can you imagine that? Like some sex offender just like sticks, bring your kids.
Instead of going to the kids, bring the kids here.
It's like the Jabba of pedophiles.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta
me
give the guy
kids.
credit for ingenuity, right?
Bring me kids and the lube.
Here's a funny one that I think if it doesn't make you laugh, there's something wrong with your brain.
Wait, I have one question about the last article. Do you think he had the adults bring the candy to him as well?
Well, no, you throw a party, you supply. You know, you supply the food.
So he still had candy then.
Yeah. I mean, the event was canceled, so there's no way to know for sure, but I'm willing to bet he had his own plans. His own
All right.
catering.
That's fair. Now you can continue on.
Here's a funny one that I think should make you laugh. Police say a man with no hands and no legs is armed and on the run.
How can he be armed if he has no arms?
That has got to be like the best worst headline I've ever fucking heard.
Well, at least he can't rip your nipples off.
He
You
could
don't know
bite
that.
them off.
Hey,
which-
hang on. He could bite. Yeah, he could bite them off.
Only if you let him close. Authorities in Florida are searching for an armed quadruple amputee who's reportedly been on the run since Tuesday, hoping to question him about his involvement in a double murder.
I wonder how involved he could have been. Let's be real. Come on. In a double murder.
Yeah, right. Sean Petrosino,
Was
age
he-
30.
Was he an assault amputee?
No, I'm
Ban assault impedes.
Did somebody swing him really hard?
Yeah, I have no idea. But
Armalite
nope,
amputee.
it says it right here. Reportedly, he lost his legs and hands and parts of his arms to bacterial meningitis years ago.
That is unfortunate.
Police say he moved in with his parents last week after separating from his wife amidst some serious financial issues. Both of his parents were both found dead Tuesday morning after Sean's mother, Nancy, failed to show up for her job as a school teacher. Sean Petrosino was last seen on an ATM surveillance camera Tuesday morning. Although police say he's currently a person of interest and not an official suspect in the double murder, a spokesperson did caution that he's armed with a gun.
How is he gonna shoot it?
He has no hands and no legs.
He is the least dangerous armed person I have ever heard of.
A prosthetics expert told the Orlando Sentinel, "You don't need a hand to shoot both your parents, just the will, as most guns can apparently be fired by the handless, without special devices."
Well, you know what they say. It's guns that kill people, not people.
He just commanded the gun to kill his parents, and it happened.
He used the force.
And we're back at the Star Wars thing.
Sorry. Not sorry.
We've come full circle.
I'm trying to get the children interested in the show. Look, a Star War.
It's a Star War.
Oh my god. Look it, a Chewbacca.
So, here's the reason why I miss cocaine. These people were not as clever as the pineapple people. A drug tunnel ran from an old KFC in Arizona to a Mexico bedroom under the border.
Okay.
U.S. authorities have found a secret drug tunnel stretching from a former KFC in the state of Arizona to Mexico.
That's a different
Yes.
kind of brown railroad, isn't it?
It's the underground Mexican KFC railroad.
Wasn't that in a show somewhere?
I have no idea.
Oh, honey.
The 600-foot passageway was in the basement of an old restaurant in San Luis, leading under the border to a home in San Luis Rio, Colorado. I don't think it's the same Colorado. I think that's all one name. Authorities made the discovery last week and have arrested the Southern Arizona building's owner. They were alerted to the tunnel after the suspect, Ivan Lopez, was pulled over. So apparently he got arrested or pulled over and he blabbed. During the traffic stop, police dogs reportedly led officers to 2 containers of hard narcotics with a street value of more than $1 million in Lopez's vehicle.
$1 million.
$1 million. Investigators say the containers held more than 118 kilograms, or 260 pounds, of methamphetamine, 6 kilograms of cocaine, 3 kilograms of fentanyl, and 19 kilograms of heroin. That is a party car.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That is.
Agents searched Lopez's home and his old KFC, discovering the tunnel's entrance in the kitchen of the former fast food joint.
This is why Popeyes is better.
Yeah.
The passageway was 22 feet deep, 5 feet tall, and 3 feet wide, and ended at a trapdoor under the bed of a home in Mexico. The drugs are believed to have been pulled up through the tunnel with a rope. This is not the first such discovery. 2 years ago, a 2,600-foot tunnel was found by authorities in San Diego, California.
Jesus fuck.
Authorities said it was one of the longest such drug tunnels ever discovered, used to transport an unprecedented cache of cocaine and marijuana. In July alone, U.S. Border Patrol seized 15 grams of heroin, 24 pounds of cocaine, 327 kilograms of methamphetamine, and 1,900 kilograms of marijuana at the border checkpoints nationwide.
What do they do with the tunnels afterwards?
I'm willing to bet they fill them with concrete so nobody can dig them again.
I just blow it up.
You could collapse it, but then somebody could dig it again.
Yeah.
You make sure that fucker is hard to dig through by filling it with concrete. You're done.
But then you could just open another KFC. I mean,
I don't
franchises.
think that it would be that easy.
I mean, somebody else could open another KFC. I would imagine he was not the only person working in that, situation. Somebody had to put the drugs on the rope. They could just, come over here and open a KFC because they have enough money to buy a franchise license.
I guess this is a prime example of why the wall wouldn't work. Because you could always just go under it.
Thank God it was like a closed KFC. Could you imagine if it was still open for business and people were like eating going, this fucking chicken's amazing. I don't know what's in it. This fucking chicken's amazing.
Oh my God.
That's why people liked it until Popeyes came along.
Popeyes is a superior chicken, I will admit.
Because they use heroin instead of cocaine.
Vladimir Dragunov drops $2, didn't say anything, and then Vladimir Dragunov again drops $5, says, so Rufus wasn't at the cave, and apparently some griffin has Beardy. Poor Beardy. He's gonna have to have sex with a griffin in order to get away from it. Officer Gex. I almost said sex.
I
bet he'd appreciate that.
Officer
feel like
Sex.
we went over that as well. Officer Sex.
Officer Sex says, a little love for my fairy goddess.
Well, thank you so much. You are too sweet.
Yes.
He's talking to you, Magog.
Yeah, I know. Love you. All right. We have 3 more of these interesting stories, and some of them are pretty good. And I think
Can
they
I
will
read off
spark
the
some
Streamlabs
debate.
first?
The what?
Can I do the Streamlabs?
Oh, we have some? Go ahead.
We has 2. From Berserker, thank you for your donation. Magog, you are my wife.
Life. Not wife.
No, wife.
Life.
With a W.
Life.
Wifey?
You someone else's bitch, Magog, get used to it. And then from
Goddamn
Gothic...
Kumite.
And then from the Gothic Stud Muffin, donated 15, said, everyone, quick attack Magog's butthole. He's a cock-guzzling teenage thunder cunt of a cum dumpster. Ouch.
Wow. So, so that's quick attack from both you and the Savage Fairy.
Admit it, you like getting penetrated by me.
Gotcha, bitch. You're mine now.
All right, let me have it. Come on.
It's a shame, Magog, that my smallest blade is bigger than your peen. Because that means that I can penetrate deeper than you.
Yeah, but it's not as sharp. Erlin, your turn. Attack me.
Magog, I know you say that most people worship you, but I know on Sundays it's you that gets on your knees.
That was very good. That was my last health point, so you guys have to entertain the audience, which we know is not possible.
Alright.
I'm a queen.
Yeah, definitely a queen of some sort.
So, now it's just you and me. Barry.
Oh, whatever shall we do?
We should get up to something naughty.
Very naughty. Well, it is up to you. Would you like to help me answer some dating advice?
I would love to. Let's
yes.
do that.
I feel like this is a great idea. We would really help people.
We would.
Well, that one's more for me. Pixie Lass. Excuse you, motherfucker, it is Fairy. Sorry, it had to be said.
So sorry.
I know, right? So rude. My wife hardly beats me with an axe handle in my sleep anymore. Is that true love?
Yes.
I would definitely say yes. Although it depends on if that's what you're into in bed, because I'm into some weird stuff. I've been with people that are into weirder things, believe it or not.
I am also into weird stuff, so...
Sometimes the passion is gone, and if they don't feel like beating the crap out of you, maybe they don't actually love you.
That is true. It's fair. Avid point.
So, you know, it's like when you provoke somebody that doesn't really love you anymore, and they're really complacent, and you keep provoking them because the only passionate attention you get is when they scream at you. Not that I would ever know. I'm not speaking from experience whatsoever. Moving on.
Sure.
I mean, this one could be for both of us. William in hand. Ha! I see what you did. What battery brand do you recommend?
Whatever the Hitachi wand looks like, or is called.
Now walk
is
it
it
off.
Hitachi?
You're only dead.
I feel like it is. But I also feel like that plugs into the wall. I would say that for me, personally, when I was using one, a magic wand that worked with batteries, I used Amazon batteries. Those worked pretty well, and they came in a giant-ass box, so there's no begging your ex-boss, but boss at the time, to please let you borrow the batteries out of his Xbox controller because you were just so close and they died.
Dead.
And that's when I decided to move on past the batteries. We have one more question, Magog. Don't.
No.
Lance Murdoch says, best way to clean up after a night of passion. I will let you also proceed with this. Tongue. Tongue is good. Other than that, just use the crusty towel that's been in your bedroom corner for the past 6 months.
But mostly tongue.
If you don't care about them, definitely use the crusty towel.
If you do, tongue.
Oh, gross. John
You're
Rich
gross.
drops a sign in the chat, says, I need a kitty name. Blinky Nibs. Revan Nanonka says, rise from the dead Magog, super health potion plus attack. Rise from the nether realms, demons.
Oh shit, it's demons. I didn't think that was gonna work. Run! Run! They're so angry.
Alright, you're both dead.
Actually, no, this is a dream come true. I have been wishing for death ever since Magog's segment started, so here we go. Ah!
One of these days, she's really gonna stab herself in the cooch, and then we're gonna be in trouble.
I'm gonna go super dramatic with this one. I'm Magog. I'm a drama queen.
Just choke on a dick and die already. For fuck's sake. Alright, chat. It's just me and you for 2 minutes, so I'm gonna read this other story because apparently my co-hosts don't like me, so they can fuck off. A company is offering fraternity leave for new pet owners. Welcome to the SJW fuckfest of the corporate world. A Minneapolis marketing company recently made tweaks to its employee benefits this summer, ranging from conventional to unusual. It gave workers a larger commuter stipend, as well as reasons to avoid the office altogether. Fraternity leave, or the ability to work from home for a week to welcome new dogs or cats. This is a kind of no-brainer, said Allison McManymen. Her name is McManymen. The vice president at the company, Nina Hale, who helped devise the new policy. The idea of offering benefits that just help keep employees at the office, that's over. In recent decades, many companions in the United... She's had many men! I couldn't stop it. Yeah. Her name is McManymen.
Now walk it off. You're only dead.
She's a feminist because she hates her name. All right.
Now walk it off. You're only dead.
Resurrect the fairy and the thief. They are done being dead.
And just in time to read another Streamlabs.
I'm sorry. Did I fucking hear fraternity leave?
Fraternity.
Is that what Beardy is on right now? Has he got another fucking furry girlfriend? And that's why we're suffering.
I'm always suffering. I don't know what you're talking about. Now
damn it!
I'm suffering.
Someone with your face has to be. Go ahead.
Ha!
You can't see my face.
Yeah, I just know it's ugly because you always wear masks.
So that people don't know my real identity. Oh god! It's that simple!
So apparently, the vice president at the company, Allison McManymen, what an unfortunate name. I'm so sorry. Go ahead with the Streamlabs.
Alright, so from Random Goon, thank you. If you guys' hobby is a bard, if at all, hang on. I wish I had a good education because that would make this so much easier. If you guys' hobby as a bard, if at all, what instrument do you play or the music you like if you don't part-time bard? Well, I don't know about you guys, but I personally play the triangle.
Yeah, that's an easy one.
So are you.
I deny nothing.
See, I didn't make a he doesn't have sex joke. I made a he has too much sex joke. Are you happy?
So
You can be easy because you don't have enough sex.
Connor McCarthy, a senior account manager at Nina Hale, was the latest employee there to seek permission to work from home with a new pet. In May, Mr. McCarthy was finalizing did they just assume his gender? Was finalizing the adoption of a golden doodle puppy named Bentley. Mr. McCarthy, age 26, said he had read a lot about the pitfalls of helping a dog adjust to a new environment. It can be a stressful situation going from its original home to a new home.
I thought it was only pregnant teenagers that named their little ones Bentley.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least it happened to him.
For a lot of people, their pets are their children, said Miss McManyman.
God damn it. I feel like that's a new name for cum. Many men. McManymen. He McManymened all over me.
Erilyn McManyman. Yeah, it fits.
She, Miss McManymen, who is also considering getting a pet. Our employees are at all different stages of their lives. Nearly 3 months after Mr. McCarthy got his dog, Bentley is potty trained and socializes well with others at the dog park in his apartment complex. That first week was crucial, he said. So this company is starting a new trend of granting fraternity leave.
Is it just dogs, or is it like every time you get a new goldfish, you get a week?
I have no idea. This is the stupidest fucking thing.
I mean, you know what I would do?
I would take advantage of that.
I would foster animals, yeah.
Yeah.
Like every time you want a day, like a week off of work that's paid, just be like, hey, I got a new dog. How many is that? 28.
I keep shooting them. I keep taking them out back and shooting them. I learned my fucking parenting skills from Old Yeller, apparently.
No, you know what? Just keep adopting terminally ill dogs and cats or something. Wait for them to die, then get a new one. That way, one, you're a good person because you've just adopted a new pet and, made their life fucking swell the last week of it. And then you get a whole bunch of days off. Paid vacation. It's a double win.
That's what I did with husbands for a while.
Yes.
I adopted them when they were terminally ill, and then I waited for them to die. And then, I never had to work a day in my life.
Exactly. Genius.
To Erilyn, husbands should be like tissues. Soft, comfortable, and disposable.
Like most people.
All right.
Oh, boy.
Here's the last one. We'll finish off with this one. And this is really interesting, in my opinion. Like, I love this. A museum visitor falls into a giant hole that looks like a cartoonish painting on the floor. You ever see Looney Tunes where he, like, throws a hole? Or they paint a hole and somebody runs, Like a real-life version of a Looney Tunes cartoon, a visitor to a Portuguese museum was injured last week when he stepped into an art installation resembling an inky void. Currently on exhibit at the, I'm not going to attempt to pronounce that museum's name, Descent into Limbo by Anish Kapoor includes an actual 8-foot hole that's painted black, so it appears to have no depth at all.
Erilyn, that's your vagina.
Yes! According to Britain's Times, attendees of previous showings of the work have questioned whether there really was a hole in the floor or whether it was simply a circle painted with an extremely dark black paint. It is a visual illusion. Presumably, there will be no doubts going forward. They even had signs up around it to try to tell people not to step on the 8-foot deep hole. Though the Descent into Limbo installation was reportedly surrounded with warning signs, and staffers warning visitors not to get too close, there was no barrier around it, so a museum goer who was in his 60s was able to step into that hole and briefly hospitalized for an 8-foot fall that hurt his ankle. In addition to being known for his oversized installations, the artist Kapoor made headlines in 2016 when he secured the exclusive artistic rights to a physics-defying material called Vanta Black. Developed by a British company called Surrey Nanosystems, the material is able to trap photons in between lab-grown carbon nanotubes, which bounce around until they're eventually absorbed. Just a scant 0.035% of visible light is reflected by an object covered in Vanta Black, making it impossible to see any curves or contours, or to accurately gauge the depth of a hole if you don't know what you're looking at. It is the closest thing to true blackness that we've been able to create.
I thought true blackness was watermelon and fried chicken.
I don't know. Sean King could give you a run.
But I get all of my fucking stereotypes off the internet, can't you tell?
Yes.
So apparently it was a real 8-foot hole, but the whole inside of it was painted with this Vanta Black which made it so black that light doesn't even bounce off the paint or anything. It absorbs the photons, so it just looked like a cartoon painting on the floor of a hole.
I would venture to say that maybe they should have probably blocked that off like they do with most all art installations, but at the same time, maybe we should also read fucking warning signs. But what is it that they put on Walmart shirts? I'm not saying we kill everyone, but we take all the warning labels off of everything and see what happens. And there's like a minion or something on it. I don't know.
Right? That's Darwinism at work. I mean, there were warning signs and staff telling people not to step in the hole, but I guess this old guy decided to try.
Yep, and he did not succeed.
But apparently there's even so everybody go look up Vanta Black and check it out. There's even somebody painted the hole. I saw a picture and he stuck his arm into it and it just disappeared. It looks like a straight black void because of its ability to absorb photons.
McGog, be careful. Somebody has actually your dramatic goth phase.
It's still not as black as my heart.
Oof.
Yep, I went there.
I guess.
That's from all the smoking.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised that Vanta Black wasn't developed by fucking Hot Topic.
We all know Hot Topic isn't scary anymore. We know that.
It never was. Okay.
They just keep regurgitating the same few pop culture references and selling them for higher prices.
I'm still surprised they're open. Anyway, stick around till after the credits for a special little funny bit, and we'll see you next time on SideQuest. Say goodbye, girls.
I have another Streamlabs.
Oh, do you? Go ahead.
Gothic Stud Muffin donated 5 and said, "Sorry, Magog. That is just how I show my affection. I worship your butthole."
God, that's not weird. Say blinky nips, Poe.
Go fuck yourself.